In the Octarius sector, where the Orks and Tyranids have been locked in battle for centuries, a tendril of Hive Fleet Charybdis, the kill team Scylla, is sent to strike at the heart of the Black Claw Badmans, thus rendering their lumbering war machines ineffective. Today, on Odds of War.
Hey, welcome back to Odds of War. We're here with another Kill Team battle report. Nick, you've joined us again.
Yeah, it's been a hot minute, but I decided to bring a brand new little spin on a classic Kill Team.
Awesome, very cool. Well, why don't you tell us what you're bringing today?
So today I have the Tyranids, and this is a splinter brood of my main Tyranid army, which is a custom hive fleet that I've called Charybdis. This is hive brood Scylla. If you're a fan of Greek mythology, you'll tie those two together as from the Odyssey, so between a rock and a hard place. So what I've brought today is a rather elite Tyranid kill team list. I know there's quite a few variations that people tend to play. A lot of people like to bring little tiny Griblies, like a mass of Hormigons, mass of Termagants. I wanted to use the Warriors today just because they're pretty hard to field usually on the normal 40k tabletop, and I love their sculpt and their overall customization in Kill Team is just like tremendous. Plus their synapse rule that each of these three guys offer help you with nerve checks, basically ignoring them completely if you're within 12, which is huge, as I'm sure you are familiar with through many battle reports. But what I brought today is just a group of 6 bugs, also tying back to that mythology because the Scylla was 6-headed monsters, so keeping that thematic. We have our leader, which is a warrior. He comes with a Devourer, 2 bone swords, flesh hooks, and toxin sacks. He is actually the only warrior with toxin sacks in this, which if I get a spicy roll here and there on a 6, that's an extra bit of damage. I also have my specialist, so I have a Tyranid gunner, and he is the heavy. He is also rocking the 2 bone swords, a venom cannon, which I think is our nastiest weapon. It's nowhere near the frag cannon, but still pretty good. Strength 8, AP -2, D3 shots, D3 damage. Flesh hooks as well, just because it's a free upgrade. We have a comm specialist, bone swords, Devour, which is nice, strength 5, AP -1, 1 damage. I wanted to give him a little bit of sense of flair. So these are actually what the flesh hooks would be, but since he's the comm specialist, I kind of went with like that more alien kind of like tendrily bits that kind of send out information across the way. And then we have our veteran, which is a lictor. Not the standard model, but I salvaged a little warrior off of eBay. Wanted to kind of cook him up a little bit.
Yeah, it's a great kit bash and a great conversion.
Oh, well, thank you. I really appreciate it. Yeah, it's this is the only piece that I wasn't really sure where it came from. I think these are old Carnifex scythes from like when they were a much smaller model, but it worked perfectly. The lictor is a beast in Kill Team. Hits on 2s, 4 wounds. Already comes with a -1 standard just for being, chameleonic skin. Flat 2 damage and strength 6 on one of his main attacks. I'm hoping as a veteran I can sneak him up the board pretty quick and engage some little green gits. And then just to round it off at the very end, I have 2 little Hormigants. And they're good. They have 8-inch move, 6-inch pile in, and consolidate. They're there to just kind of tie up the chaff and help these bigger bugs kind of make their way in. So that's pretty much it.
Awesome. So what I'm bringing today is the Orks again. So I brought what'll be a really fluffy list for the scenario we'll play, which I'll get into in just a second. But of course, my leader, as always, is the Lucky Blue Git. He's got his hat on. Some say it's not the same grot every time. Oh. Some say he's not the actual leader and just a mascot, but he doesn't believe it. He thinks he's in charge.
The hat may pass along.
The hat might pass along as like a symbol of power, and but he's there. And then I've got a Spana here with Custom Mega Blasta. He'll be my comm specialist. A Burnaboy Zealot, a Burnaboy Demolitions.
That's a lot of fire.
Yeah, so that's going to be my specialist. Then for my non-specialists, I have a Boss Knob with a Big Choppa and Slugga, just a regular Burnaboy, rounding out the Burnaboy crew. 3 Gretchen, and then 3 boys with Shootas and 2 boys with Sluggas and Choppas. The mission we're going to be playing today is Disrupt Supply Lines. So we're going to be fighting across an Ork scrapyard, and so I thought this would be super fluffy and thematic about, like, this is what you'd see in a scrapyard for the Orks, because, right, the Spanas are basically like mini mechs, and so they're there fixing up stuff. And then the Burnas, they're there hanging out with the Spanas because the only reason that they're allowed to stay in Ork tribes, because they burn everything, is that they help the Spanas. They use their cutting flame to cut through the metal and help them weld things together and stuff like that. So this is sort of like something like an Ork wrecking crew that you'd see here working on stuff. So that is it. We're ready to go. Like I said, we'll be playing Disrupt Supply Lines. Ready?
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's do it. Okay, so we are all deployed here. The Orks have been ambushed in their scrapyard here with the Hive Fleet Scylla looking to disrupt the supply lines. There is 3 objectives on the table. One is here under this cluster of Orks, one back here by this scrap pile, and one here by the broken down battle wagon. Just to talk about the mission really quick, the victory conditions is at the end of the game, each objective marker, so again here, here, and here, will be worth 3 points to the player who controls them. In addition, the attacker, so the Nids, will score 1 victory point for each objective marker that they've destroyed, which is a tactic to be used at the end of the battle. And additionally, if either kill team is broken, the other player will score a victory point for their broken enemy. And that is it. So here we are, we're playing Disrupt Supply Lines. We're about to go into the initiative phase, but before that, Nick has opted to use the veteran tactic, Adaptive Tactics. So use this tactic at the start of the first battle round, but before the initiative phase, pick a veteran specialist from your kill team. They can make a normal move or advance. So our veteran specialist is, of course, our Lictor back here.
Yep.
So where's he going to move?
All right, so well, let's go ahead and roll for the advance first and see how that goes. So that's a 3. His normal movement is 9, so that's going to be a total of 12.
All right, so after we've used Adaptive Tactics, our veteran has ended up over here on this side of the board. So we'll go straight into initiative phase. Orks have rolled a 3.
I got a 9.
Nids have rolled a 9. All right, so then we'll go into movement phase for the Nids. We'll be right back after this. So it is the end of the movement phase for the Nids. What we've got is our heavy specialist readied up. Our leader back here just moved up. Our Hormigaunt here advanced. Our other warrior here, he also moved up. And then we've got 2 charges to declare. For the phase, we've got our Lictor and our Hormigaunt here. So which one do you want to do first?
Let's start with the Lictor. I think that's the spiciest one. So he's going to go ahead and make a charge against this boy and this Spana. Okay,
so for the boy, I'm going to Overwatch, but for the Spana, I'm actually going to retreat and do my 3-inch fallback. So we'll just go ahead and we'll do our Shoot-A-Boy first. So looking for 6s. No rerolls there. And then we'll go ahead and move our Spana back 3 inches. And go ahead and take your charge move.
Okay. That is an 11.
11.
Quite tasty.
All right.
Okay, so I think the only place he can actually sit is right about there, because otherwise he'll be within an inch of the other boy.
Okay, perfect.
So he's done.
And we'll move on to our Hormigaunt.
Yes. Now this is the tricky one, because these burners are very scary, and I'm assuming he has line of sight through the rubble there.
Sure does.
So, I think he is going to... I'm going to go for it. I'm going to go ahead and go for it. He's going to charge into the Burna, which I believe is your demolitions, and this boy over here.
Okay, so we'll do the boy's Slugga first, a single shot, which misses, and then we've got D3 auto hits for the demolitions guy. That's going to be 3 auto hits.
Big 3.
Now, that's strength 4 to toughness 3. Would be 3s to wound, except you are obscured, so I get +1 to wound for that, so it's going to be 2s to wound. So that's going to be 2 wounds with no AP.
Okay, so he has a normal 6-up save,
All
which
right,
I make
so
neither.
failed,
And then he also has the
Synapse,
Leviathan
right.
from Synapse creature nearby, so 2 6s, none.
No.
So
All right,
that
and
is
so we'll go
1
to our
damage.
injury roll,
Yep.
which is going to be just a flesh wound.
Okay, let's attack one of these. That's a 1, I believe. Well, he's going to move most likely. So, so I think we measured this out ahead of time. It's about a 9-inch charge, just to get within an inch. So you have to go 8. It might be 10 actually. 10. Yeah. So 10-inch charge.
Okay.
So here we go. Oh,
No.
So close.
Okay.
So he fails his charge.
All right, so that's it for the Nids movement phase. So we'll go ahead and go into Orcs movement phase coming up right after this. All right, so it's the end of the Orc movement phase. We took our 1 Slugga Choppa boy, advanced up here behind this rubble. Our Zealot and Demolitions Burna both readied here. Our 1 boy advanced to tuck behind this terrain. Our boy here readied up, shoot a boy. Our other Burna readied as well. Our 1 is stuck in combat, so he's staying there. And of course, our Spanner retreated back here means he's done moving for the phase. But so a very proud Gretchen moved up to do a little body blocking, and our Shoot-A Boy moved back here to get some good sight lines. So that is going to be it for the movement phase. We're going to go ahead and go into the shooting phase just after this. Okay, so we are in the shooting phase for turn 1 here. We'll be starting off with readied models, which of course would mean our Tyranid here would be going first, except for the Orcs, we're spending 2 command points for decisive shot. So use this tactic at the start of the shooting phase. Pick a model from your kill team that is eligible to shoot and shoot with it before any other models. Ooh. So I'm going to elect to shoot with my demolitions Burna into your warrior here. So that's going to be D3 auto hits for 3 auto hits.
Max.
Now that would be 4s to wound, but thanks to demolitions, it'll be 3s. That's going to be 3 wounds.
No AP, correct?
Yep.
All right, so he himself does have 3 wounds base, and he has a 4-up save. So let's see if we can do anything there. So we do pass 1, fail 2, so that would put him on 1 wound.
Well, you have your Leviathan save, right?
That is correct. Yep. So let's see if we can ignore any of that. No. Okay. So that would put him down to 1 wound remaining.
A single wound. Yep.
Yep.
All right.
So, tally that there. Oh wait, these.
Yeah. Just I mean, we know he's on 1 wound.
He's on.
We got it. All right. All right. And so if you're ready to go into readied models, you can fire your.
So I'm going to spend my stratagem. So my last CP is the heavy tactic, more bullets.
All right. Heavy tactic, more bullets. Basically, add 1 to the number of shots fired. So now we're both out of CP for the round. So it's D3 and it'll be +1.
Oh, that's a shame.
1. So 2 shots.
That is 2 shots. He is going to put them all into this the guy who has not shot yet, the Zealot Specialist.
Okay.
So they hit on 4s. I'm going to use the Comm Specialist to give him a +1 to hit because they're within 6. So he's hitting on 3s. Unfortunate. So 1 hit. It's strength 8, so it doubles you out. 2s to wound.
No wounds.
Sad.
Very nice.
Sad.
Very nice. Okay, so he's shot. So we'll go into the rest of the readied models, which is going to be a big old salvo of fire here from the Orcs. So we'll just go ahead and do our well, that was our demolition. We'll do our Zealot next so that he can just go ahead and be done with this area. He'll fire into the warrior as well, D3 shots for 3. And these will just be 4s to wound. 4 wounds.
Rolling super hot, my man. Okay, so 4 ups. But I'm rolling hot as
there
well.
You go. Very nice. All right. So next up for readied models, we'll actually just go ahead and go to this Burna into our Hormigaunt here. Number of shots, 2. These will be 3s to wound. Just 1 wound.
Oh, just
one wound. Yep, so just go ahead and redo the whole thing. Yeah. Okay,
so he's
great.
good.
Passes. Awesome. All right, next up, we'll go ahead and we've got our last one to do is this orc boy right here. And he'll fire into this Hormigaunt as well. So it's going to be 2 shots hitting on 6s.
Oh,
1 hit.
look at that.
It's going to be 3s to wound. Gets the wound.
So
No save.
No save, but I do
Leviathan?
have Leviathan. Let's measure that out real quick. If he's within 6, so we are good there. So 6, no.
No. And so our injury roll is just a flesh wound.
Just a flesh wound.
All right, and that is going to be it for our readied models. So now we'll go to non-readied models, starting with the player with initiative.
Yes. So we're going to have the warrior here go ahead and shoot into this...
The Zealot Specialist?
Zealot Specialist,
Okay.
correct. You know what? He's going to be obscured either way, right? Mm-hmm. So let's put our shots into this guy instead.
Okay.
So it's a Devourer. It's within half range, so we don't have that minus there. And it's 3 shots. So we're hitting on 5s against this guy. So that is 3 hits, my man.
All right, so we got 3 hits.
Strength 5, so 3 is the wound.
Oh, just 1 wound.
1 wound.
That's
AP,
all you need, though.
It is AP -1, so there's no save.
So no save.
So straight to injury. Oop. 4. So
4,
that would be
but that's going to be a -1 for the intervening terrain, so that's just going to be
flesh wound.
a flesh wound. All right. So now it'll be my activation next. So we'll go ahead and we'll go to this boy right here. He's within half range of our Hormigaunt, but we are obscured, so I'll use my comms ability to give him +1, thus negating it. So we'll be back to hitting on 5s, which we do get 1 hit. 3s to wound, gets the wound.
Okay. And then 6. Nope. And then a 6. Yes.
Yes,
All
okay.
Right.
All right.
Leviathan coming in.
So there we go. Then that's your leader next then.
Okay, yeah. So the leader is going to go ahead and shoot, I think, the demolition specialist here.
Okay.
So his normal range is, I believe, he should be within half because that is, yeah, so that's 8. Normal range is 18 on a Devourer. So it's 3 shots. He's hitting on 5s because of obscurement. You can't write that, folks. Can't write that.
Whew.
So
This demolition specialist is getting lucky. He must be the blessed of Gork.
blue cap to him next.
Yeah, indeed. So then all we have left actually is going to be my Gretchen right
Yes.
here. He's going to fire right here. It's just going to be 6, I think, to hit.
Oh, what's the
Because
range
we're
of his-
obscured. Oh no, we're in half range.
Okay.
So it's going to be on a 5. No. All right. And that is going to be it for the shooting phase. So we'll go into the fight phase right after this. Okay, so we are in the fight phase for round 1. The only combat we have here is our Lictor and our boy. So we'll start with charging models first, which is, of course, the Lictor.
So he's going to go ahead and consolidate into the Gretchen Grot here. And then we're going to go ahead and go to combat. So he'll put all his 3 attacks into the boy, because I don't believe he can split off into the thing he didn't declare a charge on.
Yeah, he didn't. Because he's a charging model, he can't fight something he did not declare.
As much as he wants to. He's very hungry. So it's 3 attacks hitting on 2s, because Lictor's our boss. Of course, I still roll a 1, but that's 2 hits. He has strength 6, so it should be 3s to wound.
Yep.
And this was with the Grasping Talons. It doesn't change anything on the regards there, but it is the damage 2 profile. So
that's going to be 1 wound.
Yep, so that's 1
AP
wound.
anything.
It's AP -1.
Then it goes right through.
And it's flat 2 damage.
All right, so injury roll. That's going to be out of action. So first casualty claimed.
Yes, sir.
All right, and then we'll just go ahead and really quick do our Gretchen. He hits on a 5.
What a beast.
He's going to wound on a 5.
Did I make a mistake?
Wait,
here?
he might not wound on a 5.
This is T4.
T4, yeah, so no. So it'd be a 6 to wound, so it fails to wound.
Oh, okay. Almost
All right.
a 0.
And that's going to be it for the fight phase. So we'll go to morale phase. Neither team has to check for breaks, because you have 2 flesh wounds and you've brought 6. So you need at least 4 that are wounded or out of action. I have one out of action and 1 flesh wound. So I also don't have to check for a break, but I do. You'll pass your nerve check immediately over here, thanks to Leviathan. I do have to take a check right here. Now, I have a +1 to my roll for having a model out of action, but a -1 for a friendly non-shaken model within 2 inches. So it's basically just a straight roll, and I'm leadership 6.
Yep.
So we're fine.
Okay.
All right, because we would only had failed on a 6.
Yep.
So we're ready to go right into initiative phase for round 2. Orcs roll a 6.
That's a 5.
That's a 5, so Orcs have the initiative. All right, we'll come back after movement phase in just a bit. All right, so we are in the end of the movement phase for the Orcs here. We had our Burnaboy here charge just off camera since there's no Overwatch to do. Our Boss Knob here moved to body block a bit. Our 2 Orc Boy and our Spanna here readied up. This Gretchen fell back. Gretchen here readied. For what it's worth, our 2 Gretchen over here readied, you know, why not? This Orc Boy here readied up. Our Demolitions Specialist readied. And the last thing we have to do is a couple charges. So we'll do first off this boy charging into your warrior here.
Okay, you will Overwatch. Yes.
Overwatch, okay.
So 3 shots. It's within half range, so hitting on 6s. Nothing.
Nothing. All right, and our charge roll is a 10.
There we
That's
go.
definitely going to get us in. So he'll just pop over there. And then we're going to go ahead and charge our Zealot Specialist into the same target with a 5. We'll have to measure that one up and see. So we're looking for a 7. Ooh. All right, so we're going to go ahead and use tactical reroll to reroll our dice here. So we're looking for a much higher number. That's going to do it.
That's in.
Here we go. So we're in there. Then we've got the Tyranid movement phase coming up next.
Okay.
Okay, we are at the end of the movement phase for the Tyranids. Our heavy specialist readied up, primed and ready to go. We had a Hormigaunt charge in here to our boys and our Zealot Specialist off camera because no Overwatch there. We had our leader here. He charged, trying to go for a real long charge against our Zealot Specialist. We used the tactical reroll. We were looking for a 10.
A smart Tyranid player would have declared this guy also as a target because then I would have had a backup plan. But I saw the tastiness over here and just couldn't resist it.
Yep.
So.
But so we re-rolled it into a 6, which is unfortunate, but we took the rest of that movement. That way he can at least be primed and ready for the next turn. Continuing on, of course, our Tyranid Hormigaunt here stayed in combat. And due to the wonky rules of starting the movement phase in combat there, our Lictor here remained motionless, but we did use a tactic, the Lurk. So 1 command point, use this tactic in the movement phase. Pick a model from your kill team that is not yet moved. The model may not move this phase, but for the rest of the battle round, if this model is obscured, shooting attacks suffer an additional -1. So any obscured shooting going at him will take another -1 to hit. So with that, that's the end of the movement phase, and we'll have the shooting phase coming up next, starting with, of course, our ready to models. Okay, so we are in the shooting phase for turn 2. We're going to start off with our readied models and initiative. So we're going to start with our Demolitions Specialist here, firing into our leader. This is a real cheeky chance of trying to get something here.
He could become a hero.
He could be a hero. We'll see. So D3 shots for him. 3 shots. Ooh.
Every time.
All right, now these are going to be 3s to wounds.
Yep.
That's 2 wounds, no AP.
No AP. All right, so we're looking at a 4 up. That is 1 pass, 1 fail.
1 fail.
And we do have Leviathan. No more CP left over. So cheeky. Nope. So that is 1 wound.
Right,
so
1
he has
wound.
2 remaining.
And then I'm going to go ahead and spend a command point for Daka 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 to allow my Demolition Specialist to shoot a second time. So D3 more shots, just for 1.
Unfortunate.
And 3s to wound? No.
Oh.
Okay. All right, so he is shot.
Wasn't feeling it.
No, he was the first one.
Yeah.
All right, so then next up, we'll have your Heavy Specialist here.
Okay, so there's choices here to be made. This guy would be heavily obscured to him. It would be a -2 because of the intervening very cunning boys. And at long range, even though it is range 36, that's we measured that out ahead of time. I'm thinking he's just going to go ahead and try to paste the
Into the demo.
just because he's very threatening.
Okay.
He's got a lot going on there.
All right, let's see it.
So D3 shots, 2. So we're doing a little bit better. And then we're hitting on, and then the comm specialist, which did I miss timing on that?
That's fine.
Okay,
Comm
cool.
specialist helps him out, so that's going to remove the -1 for obscurement.
So hitting on 4s, yeah. So
That's
we do get
one hit.
miss 1. It is strength 8, so we're looking for 2s, please. Like we can't roll a 1 twice, right? All right, we got it. So it's AP -2, goes right through his armor, and then it's D3 wounds. 2 wounds.
2.
So straight to injury.
Yep. And that's going to be just a flesh wound. So 2 flesh wounds on him now. That's very nice. I like that a lot. So we'll go ahead and keep going into readied models. So we'll start off with our Spanna here. He's going to fire into, realistically, the only thing that's going to, he'll fire into the leader again. A chance to get him here. So it's just going to be a single shot. It's a 24-inch range, so he's outside of long range. He is obscured, but 6 is always hit.
6 is always hit.
Okay, we roll a 1, but thanks to Bad Moons, we get to re-roll the 1 there, which is a 6. Very nice. All right, so we've rolled a 6 to hit. Very nice. Thank you, Bad Moons. Now this is going to be strength 8, so it's going to be 2s to wounds. That's going to be a wound. The AP is -3.
No save.
No save, so it's just D6 damage for 3 damage.
Rough. So that would reduce him down to 0.
Well, you do get your Leviathan.
You are correct, yes. So, come on, baby. 1/6. So it is 2, it still reduces him down to 0.
Yep. All right, so the damage for the attack was 3, so it's going to be 3 injury dice. Picking the highest, boom, he is out of action. That's
that is
huge for the Orks here. Huge moment. All right, so that's him shot, and it's all just Orks readied now, so we'll keep on going. We'll just go ahead and fire this boy into your lictor. It's just going to be 6s to hit, even if I added the +1 to hit from the comm specialist. It's still going to be 6s.
Thanks to Lurk.
So here we go. Nothing there, and then we'll just go ahead and do our readied grot back here into him. Actually, I will go ahead and use the +1 there.
Hitting on 5s.
That way we'll move back to hitting on 5s. A single shot? No. Okay, so he's fired. We'll go ahead and go to this boy. He'll fire into the lictor as well. We get a hit. And it's going to be 4s to wounds. No. All right. Fired. For what it's worth, they readied, but they're just going to stand around looking nonplussed. And then that's going to be it for readied models. So we'll go down to non-readied models. I get my guy here, and actually, he's got a slugga and a stick bomb, so he's just going to fire the stick bomb. So it's D6 shots for 4 shots.
Nice.
So that's going to be
one hit, correct?
He's not obscured to.
That is
not
true.
obscured to him. So that's going to be 3 hits there.
Very nice.
But it's only a strength 3 grenade, so 5s to wounds, no wounds. Okay, and then now flesh hooks.
I just imagine the explosion going off and then kind of the chameleonic skin coming out. Yeah, so flesh hooks is assault 2. We're within the half range.
Absolutely.
So hitting on, you know what? I think the lictor hits on 4s. So we do get 1 hit.
It's going to be 1 hit.
It is strength
This is going into the boss knob?
Correct. Yeah.
Okay.
I should have declared it, so yeah, he's the closest target. It would have only been fair.
Yeah, because otherwise...
It would have been ideal to hit him, but yeah, it wouldn't have hit otherwise. So, yeah. So going in there, it is strength 6, because it goes by strength of the user, and that's the lictor, so we're wounding on 3s. That is a wound.
Right, that's going to be a wound. AP on that?
Nil.
Nil. All right, so a t-shirt save. Oh!
Jeez. These
Very
6s
nice.
are hot.
Very nice. Okay. So that is actually going to be the end of the shooting phase. We'll go ahead and move into the fight phase next. Coming right up. All right, so we are in the fight phase for turn 2 here. We're going to start off with our charging models, starting here with our Zealot Burnaboy. He's going to fight into our comms specialist here. So he's got 2 attacks base, but thanks to the Zealot specialism, he gains an extra attack. All right, so it's going to be 3s to hit because Orks. That's 3 hits. Very nice. Now, he's usually strength 4, but Zealot gives him a +1 to strength, so he's strength 5, so we're looking for 3s to wound. That's 3 wounds. Now, Dakotan Flame makes it AP -2.
So you will still have a save at 6 up.
Yep. So 3 6-up saves.
So
that's going to be
none,
3 fails.
But we do have Leviathan.
Yep.
He is a Synapse creature. So
all we need is 1 to fail.
yeah,
That's
it's all 3 failed.
All right, so, but it's just going to be a single damage roll here. Looking for a 4-up. Oh, that is huge.
And there's no benefit because it's in combat.
Yes,
so, yep.
correct.
Okay,
Yeah.
wow,
So
this is
just
looking
out of action.
mighty bad for the Tyranids.
All right, next up in the fight phase is going to be your Hormigaunt now.
So he has 2 attacks. He is still within 6 of the Synapse here, so he
Very
will be
nice.
ignoring the flesh wound. I'm going to go ahead and throw both into this very deadly
Zealot.
Burna. Burna Zealot.
Absolutely,
So,
let's see it.
he is hitting on 4s. So do get 1.
Very nice.
And he is strength 3, unfortunately. So we
So
will be
5s
wounding
to
on
wound.
5s.
Yep.
No.
No. All right.
Classic.
So we'll just go ahead and really quick, we'll stay over here in this combat. We'll do our boy back into the Hormigaunt. That's going to be 3 attacks hitting on 3s. So that's 2 hits. Strength 4, so wounding on 3s. Just 1 wound. No AP on this though.
Yep. So it's 6-up save followed by another 6-up save.
Yep. Makes
a
it.
cheeky
The
little
Hormigaunt. Very nice. Okay. And that's done. Next up, we'll have this combat here, our Burna Boy into the Hormigaunt. We've got 2 attacks for him hitting on 3s. Oh,
what is
both
happening?
fail.
Finally a turn.
Okay. All right. And with that, that's all of our charging models.
Yep.
So we'll go to non-charging models, which is just going to be your Hormigaunt.
Around here. So likewise, hitting on 4s.
Well, he's going to be hitting on 5s because he has a flesh wound.
And that looks like a 5. So that is 1.
There we go. Very nice.
And then wounding on 5s. No.
No. Okay. That is the end of the fight phase.
Oof.
So let's talk morale really quick. I've got 1 model out of action and 1 more with a flesh wound. So I do not have to check for breaking, but I do need to do a nerve test.
Yes.
Now he's got 2 flesh wounds. He actually is pretty likely to shake here unless we roll low. With a 3, we're not going to be shaken because even with the +1 for having a guy out of action,
And the +2.
and he'll be fine because he's leadership 6. So he's good. All right. And then for you, our Hormigaunt here, again, so we've got 2, 3, 4. Actually, we do need to check for breakage.
Yes. So it's 2d6.
2d6,
correct?
and what's your highest leadership on the table?
I believe is 9. Yeah, Warrior is 9 and the Lictor is 9 as well.
Okay.
So 9 is what we're trying to get under. And we do.
Okay.
So not
Ooh,
broken. That was very close.
Yeah, so not broken, but you do need to now take nerve checks. This one, of course, like we
Within
said
the
before, will
Synapse.
auto pass thanks to Synapse here.
Yep.
But we do have 1 Hormigaunt here to test for.
Correct. And he is not within Synapse, so
And so he's going to have a +2 to the roll for having the 2 out of action there.
and then these do not count towards it, I believe, correct?
Correct, I believe. Yeah, it's just, you only get the plus for models that are shaken or out of action. So it's just a +2 to the roll.
So his leadership is 6, so we're looking
6.
for a 4 or under.
Yes.
Yeah, so.
Ooh,
So
shaken.
he is shaken.
So we're shaken there.
Wow, this
All right,
is,
so that's the end of the morale phase there, and thus the end of round 2. Just as a reminder about the scoring, each objective is worth 3 at the end of the game, and you could take 1 out of action if you had a command point left to do so. One of the objectives, I mean.
Yes.
But there we are. So we'll be into round 3 next. If you're ready, we'll just go ahead and do initiative.
Let's do it.
So Orks will get a 5
That is a 5 as
and a
well.
5. So actually, we'll re-roll. We get a 6.
That's a 10.
A 10. Okay. So that means Tyranids have the initiative for this phase. So we'll go into movement phase. We'll be right back after this. All right. So we are at the end of the movement phase for the Tyranids. We went just ahead and did this charge right here off camera because there was no Overwatch because everyone was in combat. So that's he rolled an 8 to make it in there. Our Hormigaunt here stayed in combat because, of course, he's shaken, so he can't do anything. Our Hormigaunt here stayed in combat as well. Last thing we have to do is our Lictor is charging both of our Burna Boys here. Now, of course, the normal one will not be able to Overwatch because he's already in combat.
Yeah, I'm not suicidal.
Yeah, yeah, at least not yet. Now, my Burna Boy here, my Demolition Specialist, will get to Overwatch here. And I'm going to go ahead and spend a command point for Pyromaniac. So it turns my Burna into a D6 Burna instead of D3, so we get D6 auto hits. Why?
Was that
Why?
1 CP to activate?
Yeah.
Okay, so you still have the reroll.
That's a shame. I don't think I can use the reroll for that, because yeah, it's not a.
Oh, it's not a number of shots. Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Nothing in here specifies
Wow.
number of shots. So there you go. So just one auto hit. So we'll do to wound. That's not going to wound.
This is karmic justice after rolling the 3 ones in the middle.
Well,
so you know
you're not wrong. All right, and I don't think I'm going to use indiscriminate DACA. We're just going to leave it alone. All right, so your charge range, sir.
Okay, so just to measure out real quick, it's obviously an 8 to him. It should be less to this one. So let's see what we get here. That's an 11.
We got 11, so you can go wherever you want.
Man, I think we have to go here.
Okay.
So I'm going to go ahead and move myself.
Great.
Turn him towards his target.
Very nice. All right, and then that's going to be the end of movement phase for the Tyranids. We'll go ahead and do our Orc movement phase coming right up. All right, it's the end of the movement phase for the Orcs. A couple different things happened. Our Burna boy here fell back from the Hormigaunt, moving up to address the Lictor. Our one Slugachapa boy that was hanging out behind here charged in. Our Shooter boy charged in, failed his charge, took the extra movement though. Same with the Boss Knob. We tried to charge, failed, but just took the movement. Our Shooter boy back here and our Comms Specialist Spanna both moved up. This Gretchen advanced to hold the objective, and this Gretchen moved up as well. Meanwhile, we have a Gretchen here moving up. All right, so that's going to be it for movement. So we'll go into the shooting phase. There are no readied models. There's going to be no shooting from the Tyranids because no pistol here, or no, excuse me,
No flesh hooks.
no flesh hooks or anything. No shooting here, and then our 2 other models charged. So it's just going to be from the Orcs. So to shoot for the Orcs, we've got our Gretchen here, our boy here, our Spanna here, and then I'll have to check the range here to see if he's within 12 of this guy. I don't think he is, but
We can just
we'll
check that real quick if you want. So it looks like he is.
Yeah,
I
okay, great.
apologize.
So we've got 2 Gretchen, a boy, and a Spanna here to fire into our cheeky little Hormigaunt who's shaken. So we'll go ahead and just do that now. We'll do our first Gretchen here. We're within half range, but we are obscured, so it'll be a 5 to hit.
No.
We'll go ahead and do the next Gretchen here, long range and obscured, so 6s. Ooh!
Every time.
Strength 3 to toughness 3, so 4s to wound. Gets a wound, no AP.
So we're looking for a 6. No.
Ooh, fails.
So he's not within synapse, so
Not
there's
within
no
synapse,
Leviathan
so
save,
it's just an injury roll.
Yep.
So now this would be a +1 for your flesh wound, but a
Minus
-1
1.
for the intervening terrain, so it's just a straight roll. That's going to be a flesh wound.
Flesh wound. All right.
All right, we'll go ahead and we'll do our boy here. He'll fire into the Hormigaunt. We'll use our comms specialism to give him +1 to hit, negating the obscured. So 2 hits on 5s. We're going to call that super cocked. Okay. Oh, but bad moons. Reroll 1s. Oh, 2 hits, 3s to wounds. That's going to be 2 wounds.
We do save one.
Save 1, fail 1 though.
So
and then injury roll. Now this is going to have a +1 because you've got 2 flesh wounds now. There we go, out of action. Very nice. Last thing to fire would be the comms specialist, but he has no valid targets. So that brings us to the end of the shooting phase. We'll go into the fight phase coming up next.
Yes.
Okay, we are in the fight phase for round 3 here. We're going to start off, of course, with charging models. So we're starting off with our heavy specialist warrior here. How many attacks does he have, Nick?
So he's normally base 3 attacks, but because he has the pair of bone swords, he is going to get an additional attack for that, so we're doing 4. And I'm going to split them. We're going to do 3 into the very deadly and heroic Zealot, and then 1 into just the bog standard boy.
Okay.
So let's do our 3 attacks into the Zealot first. We're hitting on 3s. You can't write that, folks. You can't write
Only
that.
1 hit.
It is strength 4, so we're winning on 4s.
Yep.
You know what?
You're going to spend your command point to reroll?
I'm thinking so, yeah. Yeah, let's do that. Because
Now, if you spend your command point to reroll, and then your Lictor here clears the zone and controls the objective, you won't have a command point to to clear off the objective.
Is it not within 3 inches? So wouldn't these guys also be contesting?
That's true. That's true.
Yeah, so I don't
Okay.
think he had a chance of doing that to begin with, but that is a good call otherwise. So I will spend my command point for a reroll here.
Okay.
So we need that 3. No, wow. You can't
Oh
write
my
this, folks.
gosh,
This is
no.
some cold dice. I blame Matt. He made me
Ouch.
change the dice at the beginning of the game.
Well, we'll see.
Yeah,
All
so
right. But 4 to wound here.
4 to wound, yes. No.
Oh, no.
All right, well, let's move
All right.
to the boy.
So, yep, next up we have our boy right
No,
here.
no, sorry, I have one more attack.
Oh,
into your
excuse
boy.
me.
Yeah,
Excuse me.
sorry.
Yes, sorry.
No, man,
no,
this
what
is
a
super
whiff.
unfortunate.
So really quick, we've got our boy here who charged in. He'll be cracking off 3 attacks with his choppa into the lictor, hitting on 3s. That's going to be 3 hits. These are going to be wounding on 4s. That's 2 wounds. No AP though.
Okay, we got a 5-up save. Make
Pass
one,
one.
fail the other.
Now, are we within range for Leviathan with Synapse?
That's a good call here. Let's see. So, looks like yes.
Yes. Okay. So go ahead and roll your Leviathan save.
No.
No. Okay. So that's
So
just 1 wound.
He's down to 3 wounds.
down to 3.
remaining.
Okay. And then so then next up is your lictor.
Yeah, and he has 3 attacks. You know, I want to keep splitting attacks because I want to clear stuff out, but I've just been rolling like hot garbage today. So he will be using his grasping talons. That's gonna be the flat 2 damage weapon. We're gonna throw all 3 into the.
All 3 into the demo specialist.
Yeah, because correct me if I'm wrong, but if I were to remove 2 more guys, you still wouldn't be at a breakable point, correct?
Correct.
Yeah. So we're just gonna throw
Everything into the
everything
demo.
into the demo.
All right. Let's see it.
Let's go. So that is hitting on 2s.
Yes. Very
So
nice.
3 hits. And then we're wounding on 3s. So, all right. So we have
so
2
2
wounds,
wounds.
AP minus 1,
Goes right through.
and then it's flat 2 damage. So just the first one for injury rolls. That is an out
That's
of
going to
action.
be out of action. So he is gone. You know what, man?
You did.
You did a great job. Proud of you.
Very, yeah.
All right, get rid of that. Okay, and then so now we drop down to a non-readied model, or non-chargers, I should say, which is going to start off with your Hormigaunt here.
Yes. So he will do 2 attacks into the zealot.
Okay.
So he will not have the minus because of the synapse
synapse,
creature nearby. So we're hitting on 4s. We get 2 hits.
hits,
All
very nice.
Maybe some luck here. Need a very similar roll. 1 wound.
1 wound.
AP nil.
Very nice. It's only a 6-up save though. No.
Okay,
Injury
so-
roll here.
This is big money. Oh my goodness.
Oh, just a flesh wound.
Oh my goodness.
Oh man, harsh.
It is very
All right,
harsh.
so we'll just go to the Orks next. We'll just go ahead and we'll put our Zealot Burna Boy into your Heavy Specialist. He's only got 2 attacks now because he didn't charge this phase. I am going to go ahead and spend my last command point though on Crumpum. Use this tactic when you choose a model on your kill team to fight. Increase the strength characteristic of that model by 1.
Oof, not
So,
like this.
so we've got 2 attacks hitting on 3s, only 1 hit, but it'll be strength 5, so 3s to wounds, gets the wound, AP is minus 2.
So we're looking for. This is on this guy?
Yep.
Yeah, 6. Oh, what a boss.
Ooh, very nice. All right, and just really quick, we'll do the boy, 3 attacks. These will be hitting on 4s. Oh, this would have been a minus 1 to hit because of the flesh wound, but I rolled a 6 to hit
rolled a
anyway.
6, yeah.
So,
And
then so minus 1 to hit here. Oh no, this
that's
is
my
your
flesh wound. Yeah, and where are the attacks going?
They're going to go all into your warrior.
Okay.
I got to try to take down your synapse, right? So 3 attacks on 3s, only 1 hit, and 4 to wound. No.
Bit of luck on my end.
And that is going to be it for the fight phase. So go into morale phase, starting off with the NIDS here. So we've got
Yes.
3, 4. So we need to test to see if you break again.
All right, and leadership is still 9. Wow, what a
Fine.
champ.
Okay, and we'd remove any shaken tokens if you have them, and then now this guy again passes his nerve test because of synapse.
Yep.
For the Orks, I've got 2, 3 that would count towards whether I break, so I don't have to check yet. And then I just need to do a nerve check here for my Burna Boy. He's got a +2 to the roll from my out of action models, but a -1 for my boy here, so it's just a 1, and we pass. There we go. So we'll go into round 4, initiative phase here.
Yes.
Orcs roll a 10.
I get an 8.
An 8. Okay, so Orcs have initiative for this round. We'll be right back. Okay, it's the end of the movement phase for the Orcs here. Our one shooter boy advanced up here, rolling a 6, going a big, long distance down the field here. He's just trying to preempt any potential fallbacks over this way. Our Gretchen here also advanced, rolling like a 5 to bring him up. Our Gretchen and comm specialist back here just readied in case anything comes out of combat. Same with these two Gretchen back here readying up. For charges, since there was no Overwatch, we just charged in our Burna Boy, our Boss Knob, and our Shooter Boy here, and of course our Slugga Choppa Boy here, and our Burna Boy and Choppa Boy here all stayed in combat. That is it for movement there. We'll do Nid's movement right after this. Okay, so we got a bit of an interesting shooting phase here. Basically, our two Slugga boys, because they both stayed in combat, they can fire their pistols. And then since our warrior and our lictor here both have flesh hooks, they can fire those. So we'll start off, no one's readied, of course.
Yeah.
But we'll start off with actually this Slugga Choppa Boy here firing into the lictor. We'll use our comms specialism to give him a +1 to hit. So it's just a single shot hitting on a 4 now.
Mm-hmm.
No. Okay.
All right, so now I'm going to go ahead and have this warrior fire both flesh hooks into that guy.
Okay.
So we will be hitting on 4s.
That's 1 hit,
That's
2 hits.
And it is strength 4 because it's strength of the user.
Yep.
So we need 4s to wound. And we get none. Boy,
No
this
wounds.
has been a rout.
All right, so we'll just really quick fire our pistol here on a 5. No. And our flesh hooks here.
Yes, and he's going to shoot into the Burna Boy here.
Burna Boy, okay.
So do get 2
hits. Very nice.
And then 4s. Yeah,
Okay.
so we do have a wound here on the 4 on that guy. So it's AP nil, so it's whatever your t-shirt
Okay,
is.
so a 6 up to save.
No.
No. Injury roll. No, just a flesh wound.
Boy, this has been rough.
Whew.
Very rough.
Okay. So that's the end of the shooting phase. We'll go into the fight phase coming up next. Okay, so we're in the fight phase. We're going to start off with the Orcs. We're going to use our Boss Knob fighting into our Lictor here, and we're going to use Crumpum again, bringing us down to 1 command point to give him a +1 strength, which means with his big Choppa here, he'll be strength 8. So he's got 3 attacks. These are going to be hitting on 3s. Oh, only 1. Means we can't kill him here. But it'll be 2s to wounds. Gets the wound.
Okay.
AP is -1 here.
So it'll be a 6 up. No.
No, and it's
Followed
2
by-
damage.
Well, let's see real quick.
You should be within. You were in within.
Yep.
You didn't,
yeah,
you didn't move.
he hasn't
so-
moved at all,
yep.
yeah. So 2 damage, so we need 2 6s here. Do get
1.
1, so it is the
Okay.
1 damage going through,
Yep.
so he's
So
just
he's down to 2 wounds. All right, and then since it's all charging models first, I'm just going to go ahead and do the Burna Boy next.
And he has the flesh wound.
He has a flesh wound, so it's going to be 2 attacks, hitting on 4s. No.
Hey, look at
Okay,
that.
and then I'm just going to go ahead and
Consolidate. Or
yeah, I will. Well, no, we'll do.
no.
I can't consolidate
you
because
can't,
he's a
yes.
non-charger.
Yep.
So, and I don't want to activate him next. I want to go over here. So we'll do this boy next. 2 attacks, hitting on 3s, 1 hit, 4s to wound, gets the wound, no AP.
5 up.
Makes it. Okay, now to non-charging models. So we'll start off with our Burna Boy
the
Zealot
flesh
here.
wound.
We're going to spend our last command point there for Gritted Teeth, so I'll ignore my flesh wound on this Burna Boy. So he's got 2 attacks. He'll be hitting on 3s now. There we go, that's what we needed. And then it'll be wounding on 4s. So that's going to be
wound.
one wound, 1 fail.
AP
is -2.
6. No. And
Fails,
then,
just damage 1.
Leviathan save.
Yep.
So, nope, but
No,
very close.
Okay, and so then he is down to 3 wounds or 2 wounds?
2 wounds remaining.
2 wounds. Okay, and then now your activation, my friend.
Okay, so we have, these 2 have already gone, and this guy's already gone. So really all of my threats are kind of out of range. I'm going to go ahead and swing with the Lictor into 2 wounds on this guy, right? We're going to do his 3 attacks. We're going to do 1 into this Burna and 2 into the Boss Knob.
Okay.
So let's split that up real quick. And we are hitting on 2s because there's no flesh wounds on him yet. So into the Burna Boy. That is a hit.
Hits.
Strength 6, so wounding on 3s. That is a wound.
Wound.
AP -1,
Goes
flat
right
2
through.
damage.
Oh, just a flesh wound again.
To Tyranid fans out there, I
Ouch.
wholeheartedly apologize. All right, 2 attacks in here. That is 2 hits. Wounding on 3 still.
Oh no!
I do have a CP. No, that's not going to kill anything. We're going to re-roll with our 1 CP. This wound roll that was going into him. So we need a 3 or better.
Okay.
We get the 3.
Okay.
AP
There we
-1.
go. Goes
Flat
right
2
through.
damage.
Flat 2 damage. Goes right through.
Injury roll.
Injury. He's
There's
out of
it.
action.
That's it.
Boom.
Scary Lictor.
All right. So that's it for there. Next, we'll go ahead and we'll go to this Slugachapa boy fighting into your heavy specialist. 3 attacks on 3s. That's going to be 2 hits on 4s. No wounds.
No wounds.
No
Okay.
wound.
So he has 4 attacks. He's going to go ahead and throw 3 of them into this guy and 1 of them into that guy.
Okay.
So we'll be hitting on 4s.
What is happening?
I don't know, man. This is very opposite. It's
Oh,
because I'm not playing Death Watch. That's what's going on. So
All right. And then the 1 into the boy.
no,
Oh no!
just a hard whiff for all game.
Ouch. All right.
Yeah.
Well, you do have your Hormigaunt still.
I do. Do you have anybody else, or
That's it. I'm done.
Okay, so 2 attacks hitting on 4s, which will, and he's within synapse, so he ignores the minus.
Where are these going?
Oh, sorry.
Doesn't matter.
Didn't matter. I
anyway.
missed both of them. Actually, it's not true. I'll let you choose since I did not declare.
Well, do you?
I have Scything Talon, so I can reroll.
Oh, you reroll ones.
Yeah.
Boy.
Okay. That would be a miss, anyways.
Okay.
So,
All right. So that's going to be it then for the fight phase. All right. So we're in the morale phase. I have 5 that are either out of action or flesh wounded, which means that I do not have to check for a break. I do, however, have to do some quick nerve tests. So our guy right here, he's got a -1 to the roll for this gentleman, but a +3 for a number out of action. So basically a +2 to the roll. His leadership is 6. He's fine. All right, and then I've got our guy right here. Again, he's got +3 for being out of action, but I've got 1, 2, 3, so it's just a straight roll. So he's fine. All right, and then for Tyranids, we have to check if you break.
yes. And we are adding 3, correct? 4, 5?
Yeah, well, so first off, this is just against your highest leadership. So if you
against
roll
9.
less than a 9,
Yeah,
which
and
you
I roll
do.
a 7. Yep.
So we're good. And then again, you'd pass your nerve check here.
Right.
So that's it. So now that was the end of round 4.
Yes.
So the attacker Nids
Yeah, so
rolls, and on
on
a
a-
3 up, we'll continue.
Yes. So here we go. It
3 up, we go
continues.
one more round. Okay, so we'll do initiative. Orcs get a 5. Nids get a 11. Okay, maybe this is the resurgence here. Let's see.
hope.
We'll be right
Let's
back.
hope.
All right, so it is the end of Orcs movement. We've stayed in combat here. This Orc boy readied up, fell back, Gretchen here readied, readied. So we're lining up for a toasty custom Mega Blasta shot to the face. Also, this Gretchen here readied up.
And like an uncloaked xenomorph at the end of a movie, he's not looking like he's going to have a good time
yes.
soon. So,
So it'll be Tyranids movement phase. Do you need a minute or?
no, there's nothing more he can do, correct?
Correct,
'Cause he's been falling back from.
Yep.
A lesson to you kids, if you're playing Nids out there, Kraken is the ultimate play, because I would have been able to charge anything here had that been the case.
There you go. And these guys are staying in as well?
Yes.
All right, so we'll just go straight into the shooting phase, starting with readied models. We're just going to have fun with it. We're just going to go straight in. We're going to see if our Spanna can take him down. This is going to be hitting on a 5 here. No, that's it. The end. Sad day. So we'll go ahead and fire this guy in. It'll be 2 shots, hitting on 6s for obscurement. That's going to be 1 hit there.
Yes, sir.
4s to wounds.
Yep.
That's going to be a wound, no AP.
5 up. No.
Fails.
6 up. Yes.
Oh, very nice.
Leviathan.
All right, we'll fire this Gretchen here on a 5. Nope. And then we'll fire this Gretchen. He'll benefit from the comms, so it'll be on a 3. No.
Bad moons.
No, Gretchen don't get
they
it.
don't get it,
Gretchen never
yeah.
get anything. And then we'll fire this guy, same target.
Obscured?
Yeah, obscured and on a long range, so
Yeah.
6s. So that's it for Orc shooting. And then now we have Tyranid shooting.
We'll fire our flesh hooks into the Burna, as is tradition. So we need 4s.
Beautiful. All right, and then we'll just fire a slugga here. Fails. All right, that's it for shooting. We'll go straight into fights, starting with initiative here.
Yep. So 4 attacks. We're not mucking about. We're gonna 3 into here, 1 into there, and just pray that RNG comes back to me at some point. So. And it does not.
Oh my gosh, no.
This is
wow.
statistically impossible, right? I don't
well, it's not impossible.
I guess
improbable.
it's improbable, yeah. So
right, and 1 into
last
the boy?
attack into the boy.
Oh.
Can't write this.
Oh
these dice.
God.
From now on, brown dice.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, well then it's my attacks back. We'll do gritted teeth on this guy. And we'll also, we'll do crump 'em again. So that's my 2 CP done for the round. So 2 attacks on 3s, 1 hit, 3s to wound for that extra strength. Very nice. AP minus 2.
No, and then 1 damage, correct?
Yep.
So 6 up Leviathan. No. So
okay,
he's
there
down
we go.
to
Get another 1 down.
1 more down.
So morale phase again.
Hormagaunt.
Oh yeah, excuse me. Hormagaunt.
2 attacks into the Burna. So we're hitting on 4s.
Oh, I still have my boy too.
Yeah, hitting on 4s, rerolling 1s. So that's 1 hit. Wounding on 4s.
5s.
5s, didn't matter. Missed.
All right, and the boy, he'll actually just try to pace the Hormagaunt for his troubles.
Sure.
3s, and 3s. That's going to be 1 wound.
Okay. 6. No. 6. No.
No, and injury roll with a +1. Just another flesh wound.
So here's an interesting thing, Matt. Did he lose a wound at this point?
Who?
The Hormagaunt.
Yes.
So I will activate with 1 CP Caustic Blood.
Okay.
So what that says is for each enemy model within an inch of a model that lost a wound, a Tyranid model,
on a 6, they take a mortal wound?
Yes.
Let's do
as
it.
the acid blood spits out. So on this guy, no, and then on that guy, oh yes, sir. That is a mortal wound.
Injury roll?
Injury roll.
Just a flesh wound.
Just a flesh wound. Well,
right.
It was worth a cheeky trick.
So morale phase again. Orks 3, 4, 5, 6. Still don't even have to check for breaking. Nerve check here. He's shaken. Nerve check here. He's going to pass. Nerve check here. Also, ooh, no, he's shaken.
Yeah.
So there we go. And then break check for you, my friend.
Yes, sir. Let's see if you get an extra point. 8.
6, 7, 8. No. And so then that's it for morale. And we'll go straight into seeing if the game continues. So on a 4 up. No, that's it. Game's over. So that puts Orks in a firm lead here for 3, 6, and then we're
I would assume that
probably controlling right there. So it seems like a pretty big route.
Yeah.
Let's talk about it.
Okay.
So there you go, man. That's it. Orks making sure the supply lines were not disrupted.
I mean, there was a lot of scrap they were just not willing to give up.
No. Well, I mean, that's the thing, right? You hit them in their home turf, and they said, "No, I will not."
In a very distinct non-British accent.
Yeah.
They were no, sir.
Not today. American Orks.
Yeah. Oh boy.
They would be.
That's a bad '80s movie. Is what it is. It's an American Ork in New York or something.
An American Ork
in New York. You heard it here first. That's going to be coming out next summer. So get ready for that.
Look for it here.
Yeah.
So what'd you think, man?
Well, it sounds salty, but those dice were very cold.
You were plagued by bad rolls with your heavy specialist specifically.
Yeah, I've never seen so many ones.
Man. Ooh. Well, yeah, you're hitting on 3s in the fight phase, and you're just rolling 1s and 2s.
All the time.
It's a rough one.
It was really rough. The Leviathan trait was very good for keeping a lot of these little guys alive and preventing, giving me a little bit more oomph to hit. But it is very clear, and I was hoping it wasn't going to be the case, but Kraken seems to be the more optimal choice just because, for instance, in that final salvo there, even though it didn't kill the Lictor, and then over here as well when they fell back from the Lictor that was in combat, with Kraken you still get to charge after somebody has, if somebody started an inch away from you and moves away, you get to then make a charge move if you so choose. So it keeps the Lictor out of firing range, which is real nice. And as we saw,
but I mean that's easy enough to play around where it's like,
Yeah.
okay, I'll just leave you in combat with like a Gretchen and you can eat that alive and then...
Sure, I mean, but as we saw, that the lictor does best when he's not getting shot at and when he's in combat. 'Cause
Well, I
those
mean, that
grasping
can be
talons,
said for like any model, right? They do best
Yeah.
when not shot at.
I still see the value of Kraken just overall, and it would tie in better with my overall fleet. But I wanted to try a couple different things here since I have so much synapse.
I would not put down Leviathan at all. You saved
it was very
a
good.
large number of wounds with Leviathan, and you consistently ignored that the penalty for the first flesh wound, which is huge when you're when you're just talking about averages, right? Obviously, some cold rolling never helps, but when you're talking about averages, that ignoring the flesh wound, huge. And like I said, honestly, that 6-up save, just chasing the end of it, it saves more. It adds a lot more durability than you think, especially on these guys where they have the multiple wounds.
Yes, and I mean that was really nice after coming from just Primaris models, which 2 wounds is good as is, but when you go up to 3, I mean that's the real money, and then 4 here was kind of insane. I think the big misplay I made was not declaring that Burnaboy over here that was
not declaring multiple targets as a charge.
Had I done that, the leader would have stayed alive at least for one more turn, which would have given me a little bit more CP to work with. And losing a leader, it's hard for a kill team, right?
That's harsh.
Yeah,
that's harsh. Well, because it really neuters obviously your command points. It literally halves the command points that you generate each round, which is big. Yeah, big.
Overall, though, I do like the very elite list. This feels more kill team to me than playing a lot of little guys. Yeah, so we'll likely see them again, unless if you have any comments about what you think I should have played, or maybe should have done, or maybe some tactics to try.
Don't open that floodgate.
I'm opening the floodgate.
Do not open that floodgate. You're going to regret that.
Another list that I'd potentially come up with for the future was dropping the comm specialist, adding in a Gene Stealer combat specialist, and then 2 more Hormagaunts to kind of give a little bit more of a meaty chunk. And then assuming the leader stays alive, there's Hunting Roar to give everybody reroll hits. There's a lot of cool little interactions you can do. So we'll have to toy around with it. But overall, I'm pleased with them. I will be using my brown dice next time.
Not on this board, man. I'm telling you, not on this board, because they're already hard enough to see. And then brown on brown, it's like good luck camera picking it up.
We'll fight in a different environment. But overall, I had a good time, and I think these are very unique with that nerve ignoring ability.
Yeah. Awesome. Well, thank you so much, man, for coming over.
Absolutely.
Great game. I enjoyed it personally. Finally, this is actually the first channel win for the Orks.
It is.
So
big celebrations.
Yeah.
What is it that an orc does to celebrate? What is their usual?
Probably getting more fights. Just get more fights. Drink some squig beer and go brawling.
Sounds like a good night.
Awesome. Well, thank you for watching. We hope you enjoyed it, and we'll see you on the next one. Bye.